Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel that I still wish I could change the name on. I need to start doing that one day. Yeah, figure that out. But we're back with a game that I decided I was actually going to continue. Kena, Breath of Spirits, and let me tell you, when I first played the game, I was just amazed by the quality. Yes, this game's on PS5, I think like any game would have been better on PS4, but this, it's beautiful. I love it. It has like this weird video quality. Well, I won't say not video, but production quality of how the game went into it. And I just love it. And I especially love the characters. I love all the characters. But enough about that. Let's get back into the game. Now, as far as I left off, I was actually yep, here we go. Got the chicken nuggets and we got the babies. I those children. Alright, so last I checked, we were actually looking for their brother. So, let's see where we should go first. Collect all the relics to summon. Alright, so we gotta go get these relics, so let's go find the first one. Skyrim in my training. Dodge. Buddies to power up. Okay. Okay, so sorry, had to try to remember how to gotta jump, gotta dodge, got the Tomb Raider. We got a box. Get away. We got a little buddy again! New buddy! Oh, pretty much find the buddy. So, one of those guys attacked me. Thank God I didn't hit that last one. Bean buddy! Hello.
Hello.
God, this game is just so beautiful.
Can you pick that up?
Also, realize we are not in the best month right now because there's gonna be a lot of games going to be. Oh my god. There'll be some good games coming out this month. I know we have two games that I want to get. That would be Bayonetta and Mario Rabbids. The only reason I want Mario Rabbids is because, well, first off, yeah, he's gonna be in there. Second, I think from what I heard from when I looked at Nintendo's Twitter is that I heard that Rayman's gonna be actually making a comeback in the thing, and I'm gonna be really happy. Like to see that dude come back. I mean, his games in the past they're really good. I think the first game I ever played of a Rayman game was
Over there.
man, I was younger when I played this one. It was a Rayman's game, but it was the one with math in it. Yeah, because it was the teaching one, which was really weird. Because, first off, like I said, I was young. Second, I didn't like, learn. I'll figure that one out. I didn't like that, it was creepy. I was younger, like everything was kind of creepy. The game actually had had no sound whatsoever. There was nothing wrong with the disc, from what my little brain can remember. But it was a good game, kind of. It's like I never thought I'd be playing a game and trying to learn math at the same time. Like, oh, that's fun. Oh, you watch. Oh, we can't slide down. Okay, this is a thing, so we gotta go for a thing that's on a thing. Thing? Yeah, go for a thing. But, oh.
Over there.
The tree saved the buddy. But, no. It's just that, I mean, God, I'm losing track. I think the other games that Rayman I played, yeah, if future-wise, I played Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins, and I've also played. Excuse me. I've also even played the second Rayman, I think. Yeah. When the Rabbids came out, I was like, oh, this is freaking weird. And also Bayonetta. I'm actually a lot more excited for that one as well. Knowing that we're getting a whole different story, we're seeing a whole brand new character, and the fact that I'm hearing we can actually play with other characters in this one, among the story, it's actually going to be really nice. I always felt like more games that come out, being able to play with certain characters that you can't play with is a lot more fun than people would try to put off as not, but it would be. Cause like there's a lot of games that have some type of mistakes that we either do or don't like. Here's a really better example at some point, and people are gonna hate me on this one. Certain games that I think that get remakes, I don't think they should have an extra story. And what I mean by that is more along the lines of, it's probably me being ignorant or dumbfounded, but I'll never know. But if a game that's been remade so far, got around the circle, the nuggets right there. The game that's being remade so far, and the fact that I don't know, like I said, I'm probably ignorant as to what the creators do. But take Final Fantasy VII Remake. What I do find oddly not interesting about it, the extra story is actually really great. You're getting all these side stories too within the game. But did I ask for that? And no. But I didn't wonder for it, so there's also no. Because when they actually had announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's more along like, I'm hoping for like every part of the game, 4 disc, all that good stuff. But then that's my expectations right there. Low, like low and like never Ooh, what's that? Hold on, my baby's nonsense. But no, when wait. Oh my god, I get 5. I'm sorry, very sorry. But yeah, from how I think, I as a person that played the game, even the classic one, I have no excuse for like trying to state my own opinion like that. To where it's like, oh, I didn't really like all that other extra story. Like I didn't even know what happened with Don Cornholio, or this dude's lover or anything else. It's like it's not about our story. All these new people that we're learning about. It's like, oh, but what if the creators just wanted to add the story that was meant to be? And that's the excuse I can go with. Because, right, the creators are telling the story that they originally wanted to tell, wanted to hear. That's normal. Because, like, what if all the Final Fantasy games had a story we didn't know about? And what we're seeing is just like, oh, what we're seeing is a story they could have told us before, but they decided not to. So now we're just hearing like the better stories today, which it's pretty normal. Like, oh no, here's a better one, and I feel like maybe these actually tell maybe too much like extra story parts, or more like we add to the we're adding to the dramatic effect of the whole entire game. Resident Evil Remake 2 and 3, like we're at like the whole thing with, and for those of you who play the game, like oh, like spoiler warnings or anything else, when they had Jill waking up in that room, her getting that call, and she's like going to get, and she gets attacked by Nemesis. Granted, I feel like it doesn't really start out like that, but then when they try to add like, huh, how are we gonna start this out? Like, I mean, I preferably say that was actually more perfect than I would think. It's really good. Oh no, the one with Leon getting attacked at the gas station. I mean, everybody knows what Leon was trying to do. He was going to the police station and everything else. We all know what Claire was doing. She's looking for her brother. The whole thing of Raccoon City and Jill, and 3, like everything going to crap and everything. Like these events were happening along the side of 2. But I guess I want to say that some characters, no, certain stories do and don't belong in a remake of a game. Like, I'm not going to trash on a game for what the creators put extra in. Like, it could have sat here, made the game a lot more better, and like, oh, it kind of did. Everybody likes this whole extra dynamic we're getting of a game, and there's nothing wrong with it. I like it.
Over there.
But I'm not being, but like real true also, no, I won't trash on a game for something that I could say, hey, I didn't want. Because like I said, it was the blind expectations that could have happened. I personally expected nothing from it, but in the end, I loved it, and I hope all the remakes become a lot more better. And recently, we had news of. If I'm talking too loud, I am sorry. Recently we've had news of Resident Evil 4 getting a remake, and whether or not they stick to that type to the story that it is right now, and then like remaking the characters, the story, everything else, and you're trying to wonder yourself, like is everything gonna be the same? All the characters are gonna act the same? Is the story gonna be like that? We're gonna get that little freak that's in the dang story. If we do, it's like whatever else. Like we have a different image with these creepies on you. What? Can we see his hand come off? That was like one of the good jokes with Leon's like saying that. Like, I wonder if we'll get that interaction right there. And if we don't, I mean, I don't want them to take that away, because the whole back and forth interaction, that was actually pretty cool. I think the name was Hunnigan. I can't remember. I'm trying to think where I'm getting the name Hunnigan from. Oh, do not run. Level 2. Robot skin. More actions. Woo. Oh yeah, I've even heard. I know Crisis Core here as well. Well, no, not a remake. It's more on the lines that it is a remaster. And I think they said they're gonna keep the dynamic of the whole the combat mode system that was in the previous game for PSP. If they do, it's like that's fair game. I've never saw the face. Oh, I'm dumb. And I got rid of that. Darn it. That looks so adorable. Alright, this is right back to the village. I am lost. Find Rushu. Who are Rushu? Learn more about Tal's relic. Where am I? Alright, you know, alright, let's go back. I'm way off focus today. What am I worried about? There has been something I've been hearing. People are having low expectations for the new Pokemon game. And that's not surprising at all. Granted, I've had my fair share of good and bad thoughts with Pokemon games that came out. Like before, the game never had a real bad gimmick to them. But then, like the first biggest gimmick they ever had, like Mega Evolving. That was an interesting. It was an interesting gimmick, and no one ever hated that because it changed the game. It changed battling. It made things a lot more fun. It was more creative. Like a lot of Pokemon got a certain amount of Pokemon got a look, a new look. But most people, out of expectancy, wanted other certain Pokemon to have different looks, and I'm one of those people that kind of wanted to as well. Oh my god, my baby's gonna get a bow. My baby's gonna get a bow! But, and also Z moves. I want to say it changed the game. I want to say Z moves changed the game as well. Pretty nice. Now I'm not gonna argue with the gimmicks and how the games turned out when it came to what system they also ended up being on. Granted, they always ended on handheld. The games never were bad. No, the games never bad. It's like, oh, we always expect everything always was going to be on handheld. They didn't want to change it up, put it on the Switch, and like that wasn't bad either. I liked it. But I think the expectations that everybody's having for the latest one right now is this new mechanic of terrestrializing. I think that's what it's called. Is gonna be a good gimmick for everyone. Personally, I'm not sure. We don't have I don't know if it's gonna be good. We don't have a demo out there right now to show, hey, is this game gonna be any good? Is this whole gimmick thing gonna be good? And personally, what about I feel like I hate this? I worry when a game in a franchise gets a new gimmick. I'm not worried for the game, like the game itself, creators, or anything else, or anybody. Like, out of the concern, what I'm worried about is like, I'm gonna love it. So far, what I've seen, I love it, and yet everything has me out of concern. Is it gonna be good? Is the gimmick fun? The game, we don't know anything like story-wise from that game. We don't know nothing right now. What we're hearing is that there's like what 3 parts to the darn thing. There's different parts like doing gym challenges and getting champion rank for a student, or you can go and find like all the important recipes, or you can do the treasure hunt, which has me a lot more curious. But the treasure hunt sounds like it's the main story of the 3. Even though when you look at Pokemon now, and I don't hate how they changed up that. That I don't hate. That's more interesting than I ever thought. Like, if someone could take a game and change up how it's made to really be, then you have a good game. But there's also, I mean, there's no big example. Digimon Survive. They changed the game up to like a weird better. Not bad better, but good better. But it's weird. The Digimon Survive, they're treating it like it's a RPG, and at the same time, it's also this whole like a visual novel RPG horror game. Whereas you make the wrong moves. It's like playing freaking Until Dawn. You do wrong, everybody dies. I don't want that. I wouldn't want that. Seriously. Who's that? Oh, the highest stuff. If I can get a bow. If I get a bow. God, this game is beautiful. Oh, but sorry, I'm going back to my little thing.
Brewster's house is so far away.
You can see his lookout at the top of the cliffs.
But in really all honesty, I think when they change a way that a game is, it's never a bad thing. You may think it is. I mean, people have had their fair share of opinions when a game changes its ways. Digimon has never... I'm yelling, I don't know if I'm probably... I turned the mic down, I don't know. Digimon has never been a game that stayed to what its true roots is. However, as we know, as we know, Digimon always is pertained to like what kids adventuring with their Digimon. There's always this giant enemy, and there's always a deeper little meaning. But Digimon's way has changed how it was. Like Hacker's Memory or Cyber Sleuth for most of the consoles. How I saw that game, it was pretty like decent. It's like, oh, we already had Digimon. It's like, oh, you didn't have, or it's like we were already doing things, or we're using Digimon to hack things. So it's more like we're using an older generation to like be bad. Like we're doing bad things with the advancement of Digimon. Because no one ever took in that fact to think, oh, Digimon, they're data. We can like use them to corrupt the machines that we have around the world. It's like saying, hey, let's use these Digimon to take out the whole entire hospital and kill everybody. But they won't do that. But I'm not saying it's not possible. That's a weird thing. I mean... Oh, excuse me. That's like someone saying, hey, look at Summer Wars. You know, everybody, like, this whole giant network. I keep doing that. I'm very sorry. I have a little sniffles from it. It's just that, this whole network is being controlled by... Like, is controlling everything. Like, we're using this whole system to, like, control, like, our communications, all the hospitals and everything else. Like, this whole thing is, like, circularly wired. For those of you who can see Summer Wars, it's really good. You can watch it. Really old movie, but it's really good. Not really old, but it's like 2000 something. But and yet a hacker could easily do something, mess the whole system, or just crash it, and just it's like it ruins everything. Like, we just stopped this person's heart with this machine by crashing it. Like, we just pretty much killed thousands of lives. That's just horrible. Now, if they took that type of demographic and used Digimon with that, like, oh, it used to be a kid's thing. Now you're making it like more graphic, adult, and everything else. Like, it's more serious. Like, oh no, perfect example. Pokemon. They when they made Pokemon Conquest, that's a good change right there. Hold up, thanks, Ted. How's everybody? Ooh. And now they know. The first trailer right there? I feel like it slurped down something from this darn slush. Ew.
There.
Alright, but, no, but Pokemon Conquest, it was for the DS, which was really great. I think it was like, what? Yeah, I could be wrong. It's like some type of, period of time, using Pokemon with, like, Japanese military army or some sort. And, I mean, you took that, and then, but you could take that concept, change it up for Pokemon. You've had it in Coliseum, you had it for like a puzzle game and everything else. But we keep Pokemon nice for children. When you make Digimon, it's more like we have an excuse to just take this, and make it bad and
One
like.
of Tara's memories. I should see where it leads me.
Okay, we see, like, I feel like they see an opportunity to make these games be like, oh, we're gonna use Digimon as like some type of adult thing. Like, we want to get all like bad time and everything else. This is not about good times. It's like these creatures can lose themselves and become like bad creatures. That's, to me, interesting. And it's like, oh, Pokemon can't do that, but they have some type of weird heart for themselves. For Digimon, it's more like, oh, it's just everyone's gonna end the same. Digimon can be corrupted, but the power of the heart is not that strong enough. That's like saying, I'm trying to be friends with this thing. They finally become my friend. Next thing you know, he wants to kill me. And I do everything in my power to do something.
Look, a tear of the forest. It's a sign of regrowth. Death always leads to a new beginning.
Alright, the music's really hard on this. But yeah, that was, but yeah, to really end what I'm trying to say, I have no hate for any game that changes this demographic on how, like its concept for demographic on how it's gonna be. I had no hate. I had no hate when Pokemon changed its concepts. Like we're all trying like a new thing and everything. Oh, people just love this. It's a different way to just fight. It makes the game a lot more exciting. It does. Digimon, it changes how the story is. It changes how the gameplay is. Like I said, the Digimon games that I first ever played when I was younger was Digimon World 3.
The trees look funny. Let's keep going.
And like at first, I didn't know what I was playing. I think that's why I started to like RPGs at one point. I played that, like as a full game, and then the movie got angry over it. It didn't want you to remember to like Blockbuster or anything else. I kept getting Final Fantasy 9. Like I said, didn't know how to play it. Didn't know how to strategy book. Kept dying, and I'm thinking like, I was young. I didn't know how to grind or anything. And like, but Digimon started changing, and then when I saw the other Digimon games that I could even play, like World 4 or Digimon World DS, like any of the DS games, some of the GBA games, a couple more of the console games, and over the years you just tend to like see all the games of a franchise changing how it is. Like look at Final Fantasy like 13, Super Mario. I don't know why I went from there to that. But like the Mario series, like this, like that, like that's a giant excuse. This is, and don't get me wrong, it's a giant excuse when you want to appeal to to people that love the franchise, love the characters, love everything about it. It's like, we want to keep the ideal of being a Jumpman fresh, but let's change something. Let's give it a really, really giant gimmick. And I loved everything about any change they always gave Mario. Nothing that they ever changed with that man would ever be a bad thing. Final Fantasy, knowing, and like I said, younger me never knew that every Final Fantasy game has no connections to it, but at the same time has always a different story to them. We use different characters, a different type of fighting mechanic, and it's always never the same or ever different. When it changed from how it was to from 10, like from 1 to 10, all the way to 12, the whole Gambit system, that was like, like I never thought I would hate. I didn't hate the Gambit system. It was actually more of an intrigue than I thought. More difficult, but interesting. It made you both more focused on like what is like you're controlling one character, but it also makes you focus like to put in auto battle and just make sure all your characters all like are doing something. You don't one character can't be sitting here lazy. You also Final Fantasy Zero, which that kind of changed the game like pretty interesting as well. Like dealing with some type of like military type story and everything, but You have like a whole class of characters that you can control, each with different abilities, or the same, or you like each with different fighting styles, with different abilities. One's usually better than the other. We don't know. We never know that for sure, because it's like it's to me. I think it's bad that you go into a Final Fantasy game and think, oh, I'm gonna just keep using these main three and not use everybody else. That's a bad thing. Like, no. Here's a good example. Friend of mine, Kazuki Dragon, go check his YouTube channel out. His YouTube channel out. From what I could say, he's played Legend Dragoons, and it's like old RPG games for PlayStation. I'm sorry, I'm just I feel like I'm a little congested. Yeah. I'm very fine though. His main team has always changed a lot. I've always asked him, what was usually your main team before the final fight? Because who's ever played Legend of Dragoons, you know the final fight always has to change. Whereas you have to have mainly you have Darks, Rose, and one other person. But that's usually the final team because like the story expects you to use them at the final. And I think it's personally kind of dumb. But I never really heard him say as to who are your first two that you always use a lot. He's used Albert and Rose a lot in the story. And I was kind of surprised. Everybody else has a certain, has about the same type of Dragoon power. But, well, different type of Dragoon, but one's usually better than the other, or you have a healer, or something's always good. But, I guess some of them weren't always, that great. And it was kind of surprising. So not every character in a game is supposed to be that good. So that's kind of depressing. I look at Final Fantasy IX, like I said, it's like my favorite out of all of them. My favorite Final Fantasy game.
Is. The bridge is broken. Maybe the rock can help.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Alright.
Woohoo! Hurry! I don't think they can hold it for long.
This pack is tiny. It looks like it could have belonged to one of the children.
But yeah, Final Fantasy might be my favorite one.
There must be a relic nearby.
I never had I
need
can't
to
say
find
I have a
another
final
relic.
team. That game made you make sure.
The forest has become too dangerous to roam. The village is the safest place for you. If you hurry, you can make it back before sundown. I'll come for you when my work here is done.
The game, it forced you. Sorry, we keep on getting one right here. The audio is. The game forced you. Did and didn't force you to make sure that your characters were more powered up. You used the right characters for certain things, and you weren't overzealing yourself with using this character and having something useless. Or to whereas you want to make sure, if you had 3 people that can attack, you had one healer. You could have Zidane, Freya, and Steiner in one team, and have a healer, where it'd be Elko or Garnet or Quina. That could easily help the team. Or if you pretty much can heal the team with elemental stuff, you at least have Vivi on your team. It's go flash banging with a bunch of elemental moves, and you're still healing your team. But you want to make sure that your main three can go toe to toe with attacks. And to me, I think that's important. But it's just, it was always funny how people, cause like I don't ask a lot of people, hey, in these certain games, like who's your main team or anything else, like, or like Smash Bros, who you really main, like, like that one. That's a story that can never be talked about. I'm talking, ooh, you gotta give me a minute. But it's just, I never had a Final Fantasy like a final team when it came to the last boss. Like 10, they force you to they really force you to pretty much use everything, because when one person is gonna end up dying, and that sucks. Like you gotta use the other ones. Or oh no, perfect example. When they decide to go ahead and add more people to the team, 7, and the fact that anytime you can only have, that's not good. Like anytime you can only have about 3 you can only use on a team for any battle. So you gotta keep going back and forth thinking, oh, it's supposed to be better, but you can learn like certain things, and it's a good thing. You can sit here and like every character. Pillar. Now in the remake Final Fantasy 7, which they still do the same thing, you can pretty much just use like whichever character and just make sure they know certain abilities. Like you want Cloud to know like cure spells, and the same thing you want to know attack spells. But at the same time, you want to make sure he has his own abilities. Everybody else is the same thing. And to me, it's not annoying to make sure you I'll let you know. Oh.
Over there.
Alright. Here. Sorry, I feel like I'm sweating on thoughts right here.
See that over there?
Ah, never mind, he's scary, let's get business. And he do be a clone. But we're going down. Going up. Oh, all the babies here for a ride. Look at my little box of ones.
Anna, you made it. I think we found Mr. Russo. Come on, this way.
Can you pick that up?
Oh, she is.
Hey, Mr. Russo! We've been looking for you! We brought our friend Kana. She's here to help Taro.
The power of the mountain shrine is connected to everything in this forest. The trees here grew strong, drawing on its energy. And the land was once in perfect balance. But like all things, the mountain shrine follows a natural cycle. One that our village struggled to understand. As the shrine's power began to fade, a devastating famine struck our village. Taro lost his parents, and he was left to take care of Benny and Saya. I should have done more to help Taro. And now I can only watch as his spirit struggles.
We can still help Taro, Rusu. There's a relic covered by the corruption at your house. But I need a way to break through.
That weapon you carry, I sense it holds a deeper power.
The staff belonged to my father. It's been in our family for generations.
He must have been a great spirit guide. I may be powerless against the corruption, but I can teach you a new way to fight it back. To a trained archer, the bow is simply an extension of the body. A spirit guide's staff is no different. Ground yourself. Feel the energy of the mountain. Draw on its power. Try using your bow on these targets. When you are finished, feel free to practice at the other stations I've set up.
Wow, great shot!
Can you pick that up?
Focus is critical. Pull the lever to drop the targets. See if you can hit them before they reset.
Right there.
Wow, great shot.
Not really.
Shoot the painted whirlybird to begin. Aim quickly and hit them all in the air.
And new buddy.
Yeah. See that over there? Right there.
The whirlybird hat.
Over there.
Hey, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start shooting right here. We got a new weapon, we're learning some new stuff, and I feel like we're almost really one step closer to rescuing Taro. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave right here. Gonna leave with the babies. Ugh, one of the fox eyes is real cute. Alright, see the dude, see the nuggets, I'll see myself, and I'll see all of y'all later. Peace!